Hello and a very, very good morning to those of you who are in Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and a very good evening to those of you who are in US. And today we have Thanksgiving, and as first I would like to give thanks and appreciation to all of my ancestors, because without them I would not be here. And you can see representation of few of them, just few of them behind me, including the beautiful mandala which represents the tree with the roots, and these are my roots, my family roots. And thank you so much to the Global Frequency Movement for organizing this beautiful summit where we actually connect to our roots, when we connect to where we come from. And to all the leaders that are out there bringing new knowledge, old knowledge, reminding us of who we are and how we are. So my name is Monika. For those of you who don't know me, I'm tuning in from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Originally, I'm from Poland, Eastern Europe, and I've been living in this beautiful tropical country for the past 18 years. And I've been working with ancestral healing since around 13, 14 years by now. For me, ancestors are a big, big part of my life nowadays. And since I got to know that ancestors are so, so important. And I would like to share with you just a little bit of what I know, what happens in our bodies, in our mind, in our spirit, and which has something to do with our ancestors. And also the good news is that whatever is happening and might not be ideal, we can shift it, we can transform it. So my topic for today is ancestral trauma. Before we came to life, there were around 256 couples who mostly fall in love and passed on life. And that's why I am here. That's why you are here. Without them, nothing would be possible. So those girls and boys met, fell in love, and then a child was conceived. And this life was passed on and on and on until now. So imagine how much love was there in order for us to exist. It's actually pure mathematics, but it's amazing because without them, definitely, I wouldn't be here, and also my children wouldn't be here. So it's just beautiful and amazing to realize that we are outcome of so much love flowing through the generations. And now it's up to us to pass it on. Now, there was not only love, there was also a lot of trauma, a lot of struggles, a lot of desperation that our ancestors went through. And guess what? It's not even over. Some of them, they are no more around, of course. Some of them, they are still around. Some of our parents are still alive, and our grandparents, if we are lucky. And yet, this old trauma and old pain that our ancestors went through, it's not necessarily gone with them. Science is catching up. Science is doing a lot of research about epigenetics and about how past generational trauma is affecting us living people right now. And there is truly a lot of research, and you can watch a lot of videos on YouTube about science and inherited trauma. And it is said that at least 3 generations can feel the trauma in their body, can pass it on to the next generation and next generations. And of course, all of that happens completely unconsciously, because we would never do that. Our ancestors would never pass on trauma to us if they would be conscious about it. They wouldn't. Who would do such thing? So all these things are happening unconsciously, and we carry it. We carry this pain, this trauma in our genes. We carry it in every cell of our body. And that's the point. We can actually feel it. We feel it usually as fear. We feel it as anxiety. And often we don't realize where it's coming from. Because if we feel fear or anxiety just based on our own experience, then it's actually pretty understandable, and we can relate to it, and it's very, very easy to work on it because it's present. But when we carry the trauma and pain and fear from the ancestors, this anxiety comes out of the blue. It comes over us like a cloud, and we just feel it, and we don't know where it's coming from. And this is the best way to realize that most probably what we feel in our body, or whatever thoughts are coming up, they are actually not ours. Now, how can we find out if the trauma, the pain, the fear, anxiety comes from our ancestors? We need to dig a little bit into it. We need to ask questions. Our parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles. We need to find out what really happened in our history, in our family system. This is what family constellation does. We dig a little bit into the family system, find out what happened, what kind of traumatic events happened then, and if there is any resonance from our side to what happened. How do we know that there is any resonance? We just think about our ancestor and we feel it in our body. Our body, like everything else, is made out of energy. It's all about frequencies. And we people who have our healing, we know that. So when we are connected with an ancestor, or when we are connected with a friend or anything, we basically feel it truly in our body. And this is what's all about. Listen to your body, connect to it, observe where do you feel any sensations, and ask yourself, is it mine? Is it yours? Or is it somebody else's? So a lot of fears is really caused by inherited trauma. And this is why it's so important to look and connect to our ancestors, to heal our lineage in order for us to become at peace, to feel more joy, peace and love in our lives, but also for those of us who have children or who want to have children, it is important that we become so much more at peace than our ancestors were, so that our children can also be more at peace. There are always two ways how we are connected with our past family members. We can be connected in a very positive, empowering way, where we receive gifts, where the love and strength is flowing to us. Or we can be connected in disempowering way, and we call it entanglements. We are entangled with our ancestors out of love, out of blind love that we feel. And we feel it only on an unconscious level. Because again, you know, who would like to be loyal to trauma, loyal to negative experiences and to repeat them? Nobody would really do it. But it is happening in our soul. It is happening in our hearts because of this connection that we have. And there is this physical connection through the DNA that we know, and there is this emotional, unconscious connection, even with our ancestors whom we never met. So our ancestors, many of them, they had no resources how to deal with their pain, how to deal with their trauma. They went through wars, they went through hunger, there was a lot of illnesses that couldn't be cured hundreds of years ago. There was a lot of pain. Many children died because there was no medical treatment. So there is truly a lot of this desperation and struggle and pain that we still carry some of that in our body. And we want to shift it. We want to shift it for our own sake and for the sake of our children. How can we do it? There are so many beautiful methods out there, and Scooter was sharing Ho'oponopono just a few hours before, and Amy was talking about connections. Juliana was also sharing a lot about ancestors. And I love to do family constellation to become aware with whom am I deeply connected, even unconsciously, and from whom I can gain something, gain the strength, receive gifts and love, and yet help them to come to peace with their pain, with their struggle. Our ancestors don't want us to struggle. They want us to be happy. They want us to live our life. And they are aware that sometimes we are not only living our life, but we are living life of them. Why? Again, because of this loyalty that we have, this unconscious, deep, hidden loyalty that we carry. So how to solve it? I will guide you through a short meditation in a while, but before we go there, I would like also to share that a lot of things, especially emotional in nature, we can actually transform through our healing. We know that healing works on a frequency level, energy level. All the emotions are frequencies. Our body is just frequency. Fear has a certain frequency, and so has love, and so has peace. So by really balancing our physical, emotional, and mental body, even though we are not going necessarily very specifically into our ancestral lineage, it automatically shifts the energy in us. And because we are not only ourselves, but we are our ancestors in a way, we are this product of love of so many couples who had children, otherwise we wouldn't be here at all. Yeah? This is why we can use healing to truly, slowly, bit by bit, shift that anxiety, shift that fear, shift that depressive thoughts, these negative thoughts. And all of you who are using healing, you know all those programs, so I don't need to talk about it. Just be aware that you are not only clearing yourself, that's the beauty of it, you are actually clearing ancestral trauma as well. And that's why the healing is so powerful device, because I trust, I believe, it does not only help us, you know, on a physical level, it helps us on a much, much, much bigger level, including the spiritual level. So use it as much as possible, as much you feel comfortable, and put the intention that every time you use the healing on specifically emotions or these negative thoughts, these thoughts that you don't understand where they come from, that you are actually working on a transgenerational healing too, because we know that the intention overrides every technique, overrides everything, and intention amplifies so much. Yeah, so it's really good to use it very intentionally and very mindfully. And if we don't use healing and we feel like we would like to connect a little bit more with our ancestors and to really tune in what was there, or how can we solve it for ourselves and also clear it for them, it's beautiful to do a meditation. A meditation where we just connect with our roots. And I would like to guide you through a short meditation right now. So if you are ready and if you are up to it, just close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. And when you are ready, just imagine your mom and your dad standing in front of you. When you look at them, your dad is on your left, your mom is on your right, while you are looking at them. And then imagine their parents, your grandparents, standing behind them. Their fathers on their right, their mothers on their left. And so you already have 8 people that you are looking at. And just imagine that behind your grandparents, their parents, they're standing. And their parents. And their parents. Just see like a beautiful cone, triangle, open it up. More and more ancestors are coming in. And they are taking their place in the rows behind their children. So again, you look at your parents and their grandparents, and the parents of the grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on and so on. And there is fullness and wholeness of them. They are going like until horizon. And you realize again how much love there was that was being passed down all the generations until it arrived in you. And maybe you were even able to pass it on to your children. So just stand there and feel for a moment this gratitude. Gratitude to all of your ancestors for being there, going through whatever they went through. Look at them and also see behind them a beautiful source of life. Whatever the source of life for you is. Might be God, might be universe, might be highest power. It is there. And it is where all of us are coming from. We had to have 2 people who connected, who loved each other, who passed on their life, And this is how we came into existence. It's so vast, it's so much. Look at this amazing abundance. Abundance of love, abundance of people, abundance of energy coming from the source through our ancestors and arriving in our hearts. Feel and see this energy coming through, flowing through each generation. And where there was struggle, just see it lighting up a bit. This light, this beautiful energy, this frequency of unconditional love from the source. Just see it flowing through the generations and lighting up, bringing light and healing to those who struggled, those who died, to those who experienced a lot of trauma. They were still strong enough to pass on life, to be there. And they are still there for us if we ask them for help. Just see those little beautiful bubbles of light bringing healing to every single generation. And then it's coming closer and closer to you until it comes to your grandparents, who you probably knew or know, your parents, and you. And I would like you to look at your parents and just see what comes up for you. Is the love? Is the peace? Or is there any other emotion that might not be so positive? Just allow it to be. And breathe through it. Breathe into this part of your body where you feel it. Breath has a powerful, powerful quality to transform any sensation in the body that we might have. When we breathe long enough, we shift from anxiety to peace, from sadness to joy. It takes time, but we can do that. So just stay present in your body, look at your parents, and say in your mind, thank you for my life. I take it. I take it fully from you. And I will do the best out of it. In honor of you and my ancestors. Thank you for everything that you have given me. And even if I felt it was not enough, I will do the rest myself. I am grown up now, and I know I can do it. Look at them and feel just that gratitude for one thing. They came together to give you life. And we know there are no coincidences in life. We know we were meant to have those parents. No matter how they were or they are. It was necessary that we were born by them that we came through them to learn our lessons in life, to grow as a soul, not only as personality. When we are able to see only that in our parents, interestingly enough, all the judgments just fall away. There is no more buts, and I wish then they would be different. There is only this gratitude in our hearts for our life. It's a gift. It was the biggest gift that anyone could have ever given to us. And the moment we can take the gift fully, without those buts and what ifs, this is when we agree, this is when we accept ourselves fully, when we start loving ourselves more and more. So just look at your parents with this awareness that it was important for them to come together and just give us life, and see how that feels. See how that feels in your body, in your heart, in your tummy. If there is still any sensation that is not ideal, breathe into it. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your solar plexus. Breathe deeply until maybe the anxiety or sadness shifts, until it becomes more and more peaceful. And again, look at all those ancestors in front of you. All of them, again, so many. And ask for blessings. Tell them in your mind, in your heart, please bless me. When I have the courage to live my life on my own terms, to live my life differently from you, so that I bring love and light into my life, into people I'm surrounded, so that I live the life as legacy for you in a good way. Ask them for that blessing and receive it. Remember, our ancestors are there to support us. And they are happy to support us. They are smiling and they are so proud that you are at that space and in this time in your life where you are so aware, so conscious about what's going on. You are so conscious about the energy, the frequencies, about the connection that you have with them. And they feel your gratitude. They feel it through the time and space. And they give you their blessings. And please take your blessings into your heart. Receive it with thanks. These are beautiful, beautiful gifts that you can carry in your heart from now on, more and more conscious. Also look at all those beautiful ancestors and tell them, I know that some of you struggled. I know that some of you had very painful experiences. And I honor it. I honor all of you. I honor your life and your fate. And I leave it with you, with love. I don't carry it forward anymore. because I know you don't want me to. I sent you blessings too, and I ask for healing for you. And I carry you in my heart with all the goodness and wholeness and strength that flows from you to me. Thank you for everything. And now take a deep breath and just imagine you taking a deep, deep bow in front of your ancestors, honoring what they went through, and at the same time truly leaving the trauma behind. Breathing into your body to shift this frequency, this energy of any remnants that you might be carrying from them. Tell them, I know how to do it. You didn't have the resources. You didn't have this incredible advanced technology to deal with pain, with trauma, with illness. I am living in those times that we have all that. So I'm so grateful for it. And after you make that bow, imagine yourself turning around so that you have all the ancestors behind you. Your parents, your father on your right, your mother on your left, their parents, your grandparents, the great-grandparents, and so on and so on. The whole team is there, just that now they are behind you. And I want you to lean on them, really lean on your parents. And it doesn't matter if they are here for you now, if they were there for you in the past. Energetically, they are there. Energetically, they only want one thing. They want you to be happy. So lean on them and feel that force, that strength, that love coming from the source. Remember, from the source, this force of unconditional love flowing through all the ancestors and arriving in your heart, arriving in every cell of your body. The frequency of love and even higher frequency of peace. Breathe in this energy of beautiful strength, power, love, compassion. Breathe it into your cells. Breathe it into your heart and to your tummy, where most of the fears and anxiety sits. Breathe in and expand with gratitude. They are always there when you need them. You just need to connect. You just need to ask for blessings and for support. And now, when you feel that strength, just imagine yourself making 1-2 steps forward into your own life. You have a different life. You can co-create your destiny. It's no more the fate that is pre-planned, pre-programmed. You have that power that some of your ancestors didn't have. You live in different times, different energy. Just feel that strength that you have in your body, in your fields, and yet you know that your ancestors are behind you. Take a deep, deep breath. And just look back over your left shoulder. Just see them all. They are all smiling at you. Some of them, they are even clapping gently and telling you, you got that. Go and live your life on your own terms. And again, you just make another step forward into your own life. Your life that you know how it's supposed to be. You have your aims, your goals, your dreams. Feel it achieving it already. And remember, you are not doing it only for yourself. You have a whole cheerleader team behind you. And they are so proud of you. So, when you truly feel present in your body, then you can just again say thank you to your ancestors in your mind and in your heart. And just release them. Release them to go where they came from. And just tell yourself, I've got this. All right, so you can open your eyes if you didn't open them yet. And that's a short meditation, how we can truly connect with the strength of our ancestors, and through shifts in our body, through the breathing, through using our healing, we can really change the energy, the frequency of what's happening in our body and in our fields, in our emotional and mental body. So I would just say at the end, thank you so much for watching, and just be aware, even though our ancestors went through a lot of trauma and pain and struggles, they are truly there to support us, and they are cheering us on. And we are so blessed to live in such times when we can do so much healing for ourselves and our ancestors. And having this frequency device that we know of, all of us, it's a beautiful, easy help to shift and transform the energies for ourselves. Now imagine when we change, when we transform the pain into joy and love and compassion and peace, especially peace. This is when we start having beautiful ripple effect to all of the people around us and to the whole world. And what is more important, that having peace in our hearts and having peace in the world. I think this is what all of our ancestors wanted. And this is what everyone wants on this planet. To be at peace with ourselves and with everything there is. So thank you so much for watching and listening, and have a lovely evening for those of you who are in US, and have an amazing day, Friday, just before the weekend, in all of you who are in Asia Pacific, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.